Good morning. My name is Jeremy. I am the printer. I have been meaning to get a video out on the CR10 versus the D9. Give you a little quick tour of the old print lab. A couple D9s, CR10, Flashforge Creator Bros. Love these little things. Man, you can't kill them. Love them. D6s, also known as the Monoprice Ultimate. Yes, I have 8 of them here, one in the garage I just bought on Craigslist for $300 new in the box. Cha-ching. This is the awesome acrylic duplicator 4 with the crappy plastic arms on the bed. Don't ask. The only CR10 I have in the house that works. We'll go through that. Palette Pluses. Yeah, I know. I have 3 of them. Don't ask. Okay, so real quick, the D9s. So when I got my first D9, I was very disappointed. I was very upset and mad at Wanhao. A couple reasons why. The Z-axis supports, they changed from metal to plastic. Used a BOM plastic part with a metal insert in it, which obviously does not have the same kind of strength as a metal part with a threaded hole in it, despite what Mikey at Wanhao says. I got mad, and then I Tinkercaded up a X-axis idle holder, and this one, these are adjustable so you can tension it yourself. Uses the same screws that came with the original bracket, and you'll need an M3, like an M330, M325. You'll need an M3 nut on the inside to hold that screw onto the carriage for the idler, and then you'll need like a butterfly nut on the end, so you can tension it up. The other thing is, these things come in I don't care what printer I've bought, I end up having to make sure that all of the belts are tensioned right, and that all of the wheels are, especially on these, end up having to adjust these wheels. These do not have eccentric bolts like the CR10s do. You will need to just a couple screws on the inside. Really cool design. The plate allows the tension against the top and bottom wheel to be different, which is really cool. I think it's an awesome design. Different, takes a while to get used to. CR10. Let's talk about the CR10. I am a reliability engineer by trade. What does that mean? It means I do reliability engineering stuff. I have 4 jobs, right? So work a day job. I have a couple of contracts that I work on. Really cool stuff that I get to do. Then I do some printing for people. So with all of that, my time is extremely valuable. I have 4 of these. Only one of them is running right now. One's got a bad thermistor. Second one's gone through its second thermistor cable. They all break, same place, right there, right? Because they don't understand turning radius on wiring. Repeatedly bending a wire will cause a problem. When I was in here, I actually noticed that these wires here are fraying inside. They're being bent so much that they're starting to fray. When you're running the same amount of current through less and less copper, especially what you're doing is you're taking and you're making that wire smaller. When you're running a lot of current through a small wire, that wire becomes a fuse. The fuse will blow up eventually. When it blows up, it either smokes or it lights on fire. I'm not kidding. This is a serious problem. It's one of the reasons I'm getting rid of these. But yeah, I mean, it's a problem for me. I've gone through 2 power supplies in 3 months in these. I've gone through 2 MOSFET boards in these in 2 months. I did add the EasyAble kit. It's nice. Dude, if you're going to release firmware for an EasyAble, would you please mark the EasyAble as enabled in your firmware, or provide downloadable binaries that are automatically set up ready to rock and roll for printers? Just because if you're going to charge me $70 for what it is, essentially $20 worth of supplies, I don't mind, I paid it, time's valuable. It'd just be a nice icing on the cake. Rat Rig does a really nice cage. Thought this would help a lot with the Z-axis stability. It has. Unfortunately, they just keep breaking. I've gotten the leveling issue with the bed pretty much squared away between the Easy Able and the rat rig cage. The rat rig cage probably the most important part. I've got it straightened out. You know, here's the thing. So these printers, if they don't work, I end up spending an hour or two trying to fix them. That's time I can spend elsewhere. The duplicator 9s, and by the time you get this for $400, another $70 for the Easy Able, another $50 for the rat rig cage, you're at $520. These things are $600. They don't have all these ugly wires, right? They don't have a touch screen. The Wanhao D9s, they are 24 volt. They are not 12 volt, which means the beds heat up faster. They come with a magnetic print plate, which is awesome. I am a glass guy. Glass, and not cheap glass. That's 5 and 6 millimeter borosilicate glass. I love my glass beds. I've actually taken a real nice liking to these. Believe it or not, the beds are staying flat. Not something I expect will stay that way for years to come, but for the next 6 or 8 months, I'm pretty confident these things are going to stay flat. When they do start to warp, I'll just throw some silicone pad on there, throw a piece of glass on there, throw another this plate, actually sell this metal plate, throw that metal plate on top of the glass and put the same magnetic pad on top. That'll solve my problems. Really happy with that. I can't tell you enough. The D9, they work, right? So very reliable. Look nice, work well, don't have to have the Z-axis support on them. They've got M8 screws from the bottom, and then M8 screws you can see on that angle iron right there. It just holds it amazingly well in place, no question about it. I've had to do this on the CR10s as well. Jerk and acceleration, always too high on these things out of the factory for my likings. Acceleration I like around 500. Jerk I like around 7. Factory is 10 and 1,000. Wanhao Creality has the same problem. The fans will die. Just get over it. It's a $600 printer. Buy new fans immediately. For the Wanhaos, I use a 24 volt fan. It's about $12 from DigiKey. I buy them in 10 packs. They are 11 CFM fans, which is about 4 or 5 times the airflow of what comes stock. Keeps the motors cooler, keeps the control board underneath cooler. Cooler controller, better print. Cooler motors, better print. Cooling that part at the end, better print. Again, so just know that you're going to do that. I've had to replace fans in the Crealities as well. I've had to replace fans on the Creators. It's just part of the game. Love the way that these take. I love the way that we put your filament in the top of these. Just very easy to do, very easy to get into and out of. Reaching my hand around the CR10 to get that extruder in the back is just horrible. Yeah, I run Bondtech. I know, right? Waiting for the Bondtech kit to come out for the D9s. I'll move to a Bondtech as soon as they do. So, CR10 or D9. I like the one that works all the time. Got 4 CR10s in the house right now. One works. I have 2 D9s in the house. They both work. Repeatedly had to make repairs and adjustments to the CR10s. They require Z-axis support out of the box. It's no joke. Easy Able kit really help with the leveling, keep that level. All the spare parts I've had to print, I've put M4 nuts under the bottom of these. Had problems with the bending of the cable here. I'm just going to tell you, buy a D9, right? So it just is what it is, right? It's a more reliable printer, better looking printer, stronger printer, more features. Wanhao support's pretty awesome. Email them, they'll email you back within the day. They work at night. Don't freak out, they don't email you back. They do work at night. You will have to pay shipping on any parts that you get. I know, kind of a pain, but we're talking about a $600 printer, not a $3,000 raise M2. So, yeah, it is what it is. Very happy with it. So, CR10 breaks all the time. D9 works all the time. What would I get? D9. I've got my D9 500 on order already. Looking really forward to it. And I'm selling my CR10s on Craigslist, so if you want a good deal, there they are. I am Jeremy the Printer, and I hope you found this useful.